To everyone in the live entertainment and live events industries, and to so many of my friends. It seems we are in some very dark times. I think far darker than any one of us would have ever imagined, or far darker than any of the great writers of tragedy would have ever dared pen. And I think we need to have a talk. Some housekeeping before I get too far into this. One, this is going to talk primarily about theater. That is the place that I come from. But a lot of this should apply to anyone who works in any part of the live events or the entertainment world. I don't mean to leave you out, but I can only speak to the experience that I have. Two, this is a lot of words for me to get out in 11 minutes, which is the maximum file size for the camera I'm using, so we may have to move pretty fast. John Steinbeck once wrote that the theater was the only institution in the world which had been dying for 4,000 years and had never succumbed. It requires tough and devoted people to keep it alive. And I would say that that sentiment was absolutely perfect, but that number is completely wrong. For us in the business of stagecraft, the storytellers, the entertainers, and everyone behind the scenes, we have been at this for a lot longer than just 4,000 years. From when we as a species first tapped two objects together, that was the birth of rhythm. When we learned that we could speak in a completely different voice for comedic or dramatic effect. And from when we first made the scary shadows and the firelight on the cave walls, that was the very birth of stagecraft. And we have been at this continuously ever since. My piece of the entertainment world, it's fixing things. Always has been. I'm a mechanic. I fix electronics. I troubleshoot problems and I mend and maintain the equipment that keeps theaters and shows running. It's what I do. It's what I'm good at. And I've been doing that for my entire adult life. By way of the community theater, this whole showbiz thing, yeah, it got into my blood before I could walk. I was doomed. Now, when you spend your days fixing things and repairing things, you will quickly come to something that you cannot fix, a problem that you can't solve, which generally means you have one of two options. Option one, you give up. Option two, you try something completely different. Maybe learn a new skill, most days on the fly. Which is why right now I'm out in front of a camera, which I have discovered is an incredibly uncomfortable place for someone like me. But right now it's not a machine that's broken. It is a lot of people's spirit. But it's still broken, so I have to try. That's all I know how to do. In the last few weeks or months, whenever you're seeing this, we have seen so much loss to our collective industries. We have lost people, some amazingly good people. And so many others are completely without work. Shows, gigs, tours, vanished. Pages of careful planning and calendars wiped clean. For the industries that bring enjoyment to so many large groups of people, when we cannot have large groups of people right now, it's been devastating. The future, as they say, is yet to be determined, which I think are words that none of us ever want to hear, even in the best of times. And I can feel you out there, lost. But please remember, we are a very different and powerful group of humans. We are more agile and adaptable than most. We are far more driven and dedicated than probably any other group on this planet. We come from every place around the globe. We are people of every shape, every size, race, color, gender, and sexuality, in every single combination thereof. We are so widely varied in our skills. We are engineers, modern-day nomads, artists, musicians, all the ones who act on stage, but also the riggers, the dancers, the bookers, the stage managers, scene shop carpenters, and fabricators. We are literally everyone in film and video. We are everyone at the rental warehouses and the backline shops. We are makeup artists, convention planners, caterers, all the people in logistics that move mountains. We are huge companies that build us better tools for our shows every single day. And we're that one person in our garage at 3 a.m. with a new idea that's going to change absolutely everything. We are the runners, the costumers, the truck drivers, and the designers. We are the old guards. And we're the new kid just hoping for a break. We are the freelancers. We are the unions. We are 1,000 different trades and specialists. But we all always have the one goal. We will make that show happen no matter what. Which is why when it can't right now, I think that's why this hurts so damn much. Because we are the ones that make things special. We have already created more in done more problem solving on any Tuesday morning than most people could do in a year. And after coffee, wait till you see this one. It's going to be beautiful. Because we are the alchemists of emotion, conjurers of feelings, creators. We paint with light and shadow and have a deep and practical knowledge of each. When the world is running low on magic, they seek us out for more. We're masters of music and the very gods of thunder. And now it seems a great many of us are going to have to find something else to do for a while. As an aside, if you're someone from outside of this world and you see a resume with live event experience, well, I would strongly encourage you to take a second look. You may have just been granted the privilege to work with someone who is more dedicated and hardworking than anyone you have ever met. For me, the theater has always been special. It is a beautiful and a dusty place. It's a place of absolute contradictions. It is simultaneously cutting edge and high-tech and ancient all at once. It's a big electrical, mechanical machine that is so profoundly human in the same moment. It's magic. It even has its own smell. I would dare call it my home, for I think it's the only place that I've ever found myself completely comfortable. Like anything that's old enough, we have our traditions and our superstitions. You don't put your shoes on the table. Don't say good luck. Never mention the Scottish play by name, and you don't whistle on stage. We keep a ghost light burning when we're not going to be around, so our ghosts know that we will be back. And right now, so many of those places, the ones at all hours, so full of noise and activity, they're dark and cold and quiet, and it hurts. But we left all of those ghost lights burning for a reason, because we know we will be back. We will find a way. We always do. These are not just jobs. To work in these arts is a calling, and it is our duty to use our ancient trades and skills to be the ones to bring some joy back into this world. We must. It may need it now more than ever. We will create ways for people to escape from the mundane and the terrifying. We will tell stories in ways that do not need a spoken language to be understood. The universal stories of hope, both ancient and modern. We will use our skills to speak truth to power because we always have and we always will. Once again, we will see those faces, silent in their odd stillness. We will feel the festival ground shake under 100,000 dancing feet. We will remind people just how beautiful and colorful it can actually be, if only for a short time. There again will be those moments. Raw emotion, a pure humanity shared, powerful spectacles, and that unbridled laughter. I think we're all just waiting for that moment again. For me, it is always when the house lights dim. And that first hit of a downbeat in the dark. For me, it is a drug like no other. Our passion for our arts will never die. The joy and the beauty we create, it has survived famine and wars and plagues and every disaster in all of history. We do not bow to tyrants. We do not bow to terrorists. We don't bow to time itself. We will bring this back. I'm not sure how. But we've never let anything as trivial as the unknown ever stop us before. In fact, the unknown is historically where we have done our finest work. We will keep creating. We will keep sharing. And we will keep teaching the next generations to do the beautiful work because we must. Because the world deserves the joy and the gifts that we will bring it. Many of you are probably familiar with the words of Dylan Thomas. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage. Rage against the dying of the light. Well, I ask you right now, who do you think hung that light way up there? Who decided where it should shine, and who has kept that light burning for these many thousands of years? It was us. It was all of us. It was always us. I really hope we all get to see each other again soon. Until then, be safe, take care of each other, and thank you for listening. Cheers. Yeah, I think that'll do.